Welcome everybody to the 6th installment of Behind the Sketch. Today I have the magnificent, the hilarious, the talented, dare I say TikTok guru, Nicole DuBois.
Thank you.
Today we're going to talk about some of her TikTok content. Normally I'm involved with the editing or filming or the creation of the sketch, but I have not actually worked on any of Nicole's TikToks. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's actually better for your TikToks.
Maybe that's why they're so good.
That's probably why they're so good, honestly. We originally met actually through Michael Henry in one of his sketches a couple years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it was the gay misogynist sketch.
Yeah, I was blonde.
She was blonde back then, and I think you played a girl named after Britney Spears.
Yes, I did.
We're not Brittany and Christina, okay?
Even though those are our names.
So stop comparing us.
Wow, someone's in a bad mood today.
And I'm surprised I didn't win an Oscar for that sketch.
I mean, it was great, honestly. So let's dive in and we'll watch Suburban Mom get in coffee.
I need my caffeine if I'm gonna be rioting tonight. I'm kidding. Have a good night.
My mom does the thing where she like laughs and says like, I'm just kidding, or he's just kidding, just to make sure everyone knows that like...
That like the little minor joke she just made isn't real.
Stocking up for the Civil War. I'm kidding. Have a good night. Did you hear? Kanye won. No, I'm kidding.
When did you start your TikTok?
2 weeks before we all went into quarantine. So it became like a quarantine thing.
Like when you signed up for it, were you like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do for the next 6 months?
It's a great avenue. I hadn't had very much success on other social media platforms. You know, my sister was like, you gotta get on TikTok. Even my roommates were like, you have to get on TikTok. Because I had downloaded it like a month before.
Yeah.
And I had made some drafts, so I never posted anything. And then finally I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna post to TikTok. And then my first one got 14,000 views.
Oh, damn.
And that was the most views I'd ever gotten on anything ever.
Yeah.
Besides this one YouTube video I did like 3 years ago that had poop in the title and it like...
Yeah, I think I saw that. It was like girls don't poop or do poop or something.
Yeah, and then there's another one that's called When You Literally Shit Yourself. So the only videos I've ever had that have done well before that.
You were big in the shit content for
I
a
was
while
really
there.
into the shit content. Because you have to give the people what they want.
Snake Throat would be so pissed if he knew I was here right now. We're not supposed to hang out with anyone outside of our hut cluster, but I miss my friends.
1 month into quarantine, I had the Hallmark one hit 1 million.
Yeah.
And that was like the most
You're
exciting
like,
thing. Like, I know the world is falling apart, but I'm really excited right now.
The reports! I need the reports! Jeffrey? From small town high school? You're not fat anymore.
The first like 2 or 3 months, I was posting 5 TikToks a day.
Post it, or do you just make 5 TikToks a day? Or you actually just share 5 TikToks a day?
Yeah, I would share 5.
Oh, wow.
And then if they didn't do well, I would delete them.
Oh, nice. Do you still post 5 a day?
Yeah, I've reeled that back. I post pretty much at least 1 every weekday. Some days I'll do 2 or 3.
Do you block shoot? So say you're doing like the Hallmark character. Do like 7 with that outfit, and then different like places around your apartment, and then like think of the ideas.
And I should. It's just not the way my brain works. Like I can't block shoot. When I write something, if I come back to it a week later, I have already decided by then that it's not funny.
Yeah.
So I have to like write, shoot, post.
Yeah.
Or else I'll just overthink it. Like
Yeah.
I can't have something sitting in my drafts, or I'll just never post it because I'm like, it's not funny anymore.
Isn't that the worst?
Yeah.
Like you try to write something or you shoot something and you finish it and you're like, this sucks. And even though it doesn't suck, it's just like you're telling yourself that it sucks because
you've watched it so many times.
Exactly. Do you like watching yourself?
Yeah, I mean you have to. Like I have to watch myself so many times a day. Like I'm like obsessed with myself. No, it's gotten better. I used to be really cringy watching my own performances.
Do you miss doing live performances in front of a crowd?
Yes, I miss live performances. There's no replacing the feeling of having an audience reaction. There's no replacing like rehearsing for something and costuming it and then just doing it that one time in front of an audience.
Who has my phone? Okay, who took my phone? Hi, will you call my phone? Found it! It was in the freezer. It was in the linen closet. It was in the neighbor's credenza. It was in my hair.
Is that your mom?
It's like an exaggeration of my mom, but also like a lot of the lines that I get for that character come from my dad. At this point, I have like 7-ish characters that I have as a series. Usually we'll have like 2 new characters a week that I'm trying out. And then if one of those does really well, I'll just I'll add that to the list of characters to rotate around.
It'd be kind of cool to see all your characters like in the same universe.
Look, detectives, I'm really busy with these boxes. Yeah, he's kind of a weird guy. He always wants to talk about mountain lions and torturing Japanese women. Look, I gotta deal with these boxes, okay? I don't have an ounce of time to help the police. Yeah, he's got a scar down the whole front of his face. Now, if you'll excuse me, some of us have to work for a living, detectives.
So what's your feelings on it as a creator and then as just like a TikTok viewer?
Man, because I have to watch TikTok because I need to know like what's going on, like what people are doing, like what the trends are. Like I get a text, I'm answering a text, my phone's in my hand. I'm like, well, let me just check and see how that video is doing. So then I'll click and I'll be like, okay, it has this many views. And then I'll be like, okay, well, I'll just watch. And then I'll just watch like 5 minutes. The amount of time to do that in a day, it's like you probably spent like those 5 minutes, probably is like an hour.
Do you think we're in the age of vertical video?
I hope not.
We got Instagram Reels now. You hear about YouTube Shorts?
No.
Vertical video for YouTube. So you upload a video to your channel that's vertical, and then you make that set for the YouTube Shorts, and then those videos will go into YouTube Shorts app.
It's YouTube TikTok.
It's pretty much YouTube TikTok.
What's a wide shot in a vertical?
I don't know.
It's just like really far.
Well, yeah. It's like the full body just in the distance. Do you edit in the app or do you edit like on like a program?
Yeah, I'll edit on Premiere now. Just because I'm also posting it always to Reels.
It took me like 30 minutes to kind of like see all the functions and see how it works and see all the chopping, and I'm like,
no, at the beginning it was really confusing.
Yeah. At first it's like kind of, I get it why people like struggle with it.
You guys, like I know you're mad at me because I opened your mail-in ballots, voted for Kanye, and then put it in the Dropbox.
What advice would you give to somebody that's just like starting at TikTok today?
My advice would be just like throw a bunch of shit at the wall, like throw a bunch of stuff that's like just yours that you thought up in your head and just see what sticks. And then finally you'll get something that people are like liking, and then you can do that over and over and build your following that way.
The character that I enjoy the most, Florida Girl. What inspired Florida Girl?
I was in Florida for 2 months. COVID was in its beginnings, and there were all these people who didn't believe it. I went and I got my nails done in Florida, and the woman was like a complete like denier of COVID. So I was just like, I have to do something with this.
If you're in Florida and you're watching this, just like kind of just take it a little serious, just a little bit.
A little, just like.
I mean, just try at
wear
least.
your masks sometimes.
Everybody's freaking out about the election, but guess what, geniuses? Politicians are robots controlled by aliens. Know your facts. So while we're all crying, shooting our guns up in the sky, the aliens will be watching us like Game of Thrones. Know your facts. All I'm saying is, no matter who you voted for a robot that might be made out of Play-Doh. Know your facts.
So she really does represent a swing state, you know? She's not Republican, she's not Democrat, she just believes that they're all aliens.
Yeah, I am really amazed on what people believe and what they will fall for.
But I'm also not amazed by what people fall for because I've watched conspiracy theory videos and like while you're watching it, it's like maybe the planet really is made out of like Jell-O. Like
I remember watching a few flat Earth videos a few years ago. I mean, I was like 5 minutes there. I was like, wait, is Earth flat?
Yeah, is the Earth
Wait, hold up a second. Your TikTok videos and the content you've been putting out the last 6 months, the quality's there, it's funny, it's consistent. So I really wanted to have you on because I feel like you're a good example of someone that, even if you're at home and you don't really have much going on and you want to try to be creative or make comedic content, you can do it and be, pretty successful at it.
Yeah, you don't need anything but yourself and a phone.
Don't be shy about just putting things out there, and don't be so precious about content. Just put stuff out there because then that's how you're going to learn what's good.
I think probably the scariest thing getting started is putting stuff out and knowing that people are going to see it.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest hump is just be you just have to be shameless about it. Because no one cares as much as you do. They really
Exactly.
don't.
No, I mean, first of all, no one cares what you're posting, and sometimes people don't really care what you're doing. So they're not going to share your stuff if you don't share it and show them.
So I guess the best advice is no one cares.
And I guess we should leave here that the Earth isn't made out of Jell-O, and that you should just post 5 times a day on TikTok.
Yeah, and wear your mask.
And wear your mask.
Sometimes.
If you want.
If
At least if you're going to a pool party.
Wear your mask. Oh, I wonder if they make bathing suit masks. Ooh,
They probably do.
Startup idea.
Boom.
You can steal that.